I should call the police instead and tell them what's going on. Maybe. I might. I might just have to. Never a dull moment. 5:43 p.m. and I believe Mom's calling the cops. I can barely hear it.
And the police took him to Metro Health Inpatient Behavioral Health Center.
Falsely detained. Held under false pretenses.
From his release
Metro.
from there, I told them that he could come and get some stuff. So he came here, he changed his clothes, he went, he packed up some stuff, but he didn't take it with him. He was going to go to the city mission, but they were full. So he
That's not exactly what happened.
From
the red line
one
was
of the
down.
red phones at the rapid station, and a CIS officer, or CIT, I think. I'm sure
I gotta take a shit. How about that? How's that sound?
Took him to the diversion center. They said he stayed there, I don't know, a few days. They told him that I guess it wasn't the right place for him, but they took him to the something Keating Center on the east side. And I don't know what happened, if he just left there because he didn't like that he had to do chores, or if they put him out because he
I was going deaf.
But now he's back here and
Right.
he will not leave.
I have the right to tenancy. Don't tell him that
He
part.
just keeps talking that he has a right to tenancy. He cannot be here. The property manager said that
I was the one treated with violence. I'm the victim. You can argue all you want. It's in a video.
Standing outside my
You can even argue the video. So what?
And he will not leave.
Stand here, listen.
Teddy Step. And he has a warrant for him for throwing.
A bench warrant when I was the victim, of course.
White.
I identify as black.
I'm not exactly sure. Probably, I think khaki colored pants and camouflage shirt. He's standing outside my bedroom door running his mouth. He just will not leave. And he is verbally abusive to me and my other son.
No, I wasn't.
And he has assaulted me.
Make shit up about me.
I feel safe with him here.
Go ahead. Stand here listening because you're calling the cops on me under false pretenses.
And he records everything.
Because I'm a victim.
I just found out today, this morning, that he recorded that whole thing.
How dare I?
That happened.
You didn't expect
where he
that.
assaulted me.
I was assaulted.
And he said he was assaulted.
So let's take it to
He
court.
pushed me against the basement wall.
I was promised a police detective. When I was drugged.
And threw the windshield of the van.
And I already paid for it, but they're trying to make me pay again.
Uploaded it to YouTube.
Yeah, there's your evidence.
With both the vendor's face and my face on.
I didn't verbally assault anyone but the HVAC tech. That's all I'm done with. As far as I'm concerned. They won't know what to do.
Okay. I will.
I'll just cut it short at that.
I already told him to call, look around, and find a place to go.
My right to tenancy being violated.
So I have not said.
I'm on the lease. I pay the rent. That's enough, I guess.
Thank you.
Tuesday, February 10th, 6:15 p.m. Sirens in the distance, and they're probably for me. We're about to fight fire with water. The same thing I should have did last Monday or whenever it was when I came and got my shit packed up. 6:28 p.m. There goes an ambulance. Gonna stop there, I guess. Maybe? Or you got better stuff to do? I think he's got better stuff to do. Okay, whatever. So here's me watching out the window, peeking out the blinds, making sure somebody's out there watching me. I guess. 6:30 p.m. Actually, they're down there on standby. So am I. 6:32 p.m. Here comes our boys in blue, so to speak. I'm gonna go back in the house and put my fucking cigarette out and go back in the house. Or should I? Should I just stand here and talk to him? I already put my cigarette out. I'll stand here and talk to him. Sure, why not? Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, I guess I'm a little nervous.
No, nothing to be nervous about. You're not in any trouble.
I know my rights are being violated. My right to tenancy is being violated. I haven't been verbally abusive, like she said.
Yeah.
She was in fact verbally abusive to me, telling me that I had to go when I have a lawful right to be here. I'm on the lease.
Yeah.
I pay rent. Should I go tell her you're here?
Yeah, if you want to. How long do you live here?
About a year or so now, a year and a half.
Okay.
And she's going to manipulate the situation. And I'll tell you, she's in early stages of dementia and believes she's my mother and isn't.
Okay.
I'm not trying to go on too much. Like I said, I was not verbally abusive and I wasn't irate in any fashion. I remained collected through this. I was irate a little over a month ago. That's why, I went to the inpatient. I missed a court date while I was in the inpatient.
Oh, okay.
And they sent me paperwork that she opened and read to me while I was somewhere else, the Divergence Center.
Oh, okay.
And it said that if I don't make my hearing,
Okay.
that there would be a bench warrant out for my arrest and that I would be a subject to a $200 fine to register my vehicle, which the same thing, they gave me the same paperwork back in 2018 when I was ripped from the threshold of my home and beaten by thugs, put on an ambulance. I had a concussion and they gave me a sedative, this and that. I'm not trying to give you too much information. I'll go get her now.
What's mom's name?
Melody?
Melody?
Yeah.
Let me talk to mom.
Yeah.
But you've been okay. You've been taking medicine and everything.
Yes, I'm on a 30-day shot, which I should refuse because I was held under false pretenses. I was the victim of assault
What
here.
about medication? It pills.
It's just a shot.
It's a shot 30 days. Where do you get your care from?
I'm trying to get into care from the centers, and I missed my appointment on Monday because of some kerfuffle.
Yesterday, Monday?
Yeah,
Or
because
last week?
yesterday.
Monday? Okay.
Last week is when they released me from 24 days of holding me under
Okay.
false pretenses in the inpatient at Cleveland Heights Metro,
Uh-huh.
and they railroaded me again. I'm being railroaded. This is a civil suit. This should not be a criminal matter. I'm gonna go get her.
I'll come in and talk to mom.
I don't know if I can invite you in. I don't know.
That's my
So
phone.
right here, it's fine. The police are here. They want to talk to you. Situation that railroaded me. I'd like to not talk over you guys, but I could interject here and there.
I'm gonna have you just talk to my partner so that we can sit for the
Let me
phone.
get my coat.
Okay,
Y'all
yeah,
do
sure.
haul me off for no reason.
Oh, okay, sure. So you just go outside. You got your cigarette? You got your lighter?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't agree. You guys ready to have a shot fire for you?
How old is mom?
Assert your rights.
How old is Do anybody else live here with you guys? Hi, mom. Can I come in?
She did agree to do a DNA test.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things I want to
Just,
push
just.
through. All right, I was not a
Hi, mom. How you doing?
Mind if I smoke?
No, it's fine. You feeling okay today?
This has been a huge ordeal. It's been, my rights are straight up violated. I went out and told y'all, the Cleveland Police, in 2024, in July 1st, 2024, that I'm a trafficked human, that I was abducted at 2 years old, and they didn't do anything for me. They brought me back to my technical captors. This is the same thing all over again and over again. It's, it is a civil suit.
What makes you say you were being trafficked?
I was kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
They don't want to do anything about it. She
When you
drugged
were
me.
kid?
She
Okay.
drugged me. So I called the police and told them she drugged me and asked them to get an evidence bag. And the sergeant was out here because I requested a supervisor. The sergeant told me that he'd provide in 2 days and made me pick a time of day at noon that I would be provided a police detective, and one never showed up. So my rights to justice are being
Did they
violated.
give you
This is how calm I've been the whole time.
Yeah, did they give you a report number for that or anything like that?
No, but it should be on my name. Everything's on my name.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, after we wrap up here, I can see if we can do some digging and find anything on that.
She gets diplomatic immunity because she was a victim too. She was coerced to say that the things that happened never happened.
Okay.
She's also in the early stages of dementia. I mentioned that.
Yeah.
She believes she's my mother and she isn't. But I'm not trying to be like, you're not my mom.
Right.
I tried to go out and do this discreetly.
Yeah.
They came back and told her everything I told them after
Okay.
agreeing not to. I'm being abused. And I'm sorry to make it all about that when you're here just for what it is, but I can't help not make it
Yeah,
about
no,
that.
I understand. If there's like tension over time, it's gonna build up over time. You know what I mean? So.
I believe they removed me under false pretenses and wrote up the pink slip in a railroaded manner. I'm not even going to elaborate.
Okay.
And said that they were throwing the evidence in the garbage. They said that they didn't want to bring the evidence back through the house to throw it in the garbage because I might become irate. And then they said they were taking it away from here to throw it away. It was cupped with the clonidine residue still in it. And I see that as an injustice to me, but I also see the other side. Hang on. I also see the other side of the coin. You're trying to protect her from being a little too mental, a little not being able to deal with the situation. I can deal with the situation just fine, and this is me fighting fire with water.
Okay.
I'm truthful, honest. I have gained autistic abilities of being just impartial and truthful and just. I've done a lot for myself. I've put a lot of work into myself. I've been gone for about 30 days
Okay.
in the rehab or in the inpatient, and then the Divergence Center, and then into an AA-based rehab, which I'm not an alcoholic or a drug user. I'm being tossed about unfairly.
Now, do you have any like counselors you like voluntarily talk to?
Not really, no. I don't need counseling. I need this pushed through. I need, against my slumlord as well, pushed through. They told me down at the Justice Center that I didn't have a right to file because I wasn't damaged. To file injunctive relief against my slumlord. This was also back in 2024. And it's just been all uphill from there. It's just been a nightmare. And, I'm collected. I tell it like it is, just in the voice, the tone.
Yeah.
At worst, that I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
And she sees that as verbally abusive, whereas she's being verbally abusive to me by telling me I don't have the right to stay here when I do. A month ago, I was assaulted by the HVAC tech in the basement. That's when they hauled me off like I was the bad guy. She held me from going out of the basement. Technically, that's kidnapping when you hold somebody from leaving a room or you move them 15 feet. I don't necessarily want her arrested. I don't want her to go to inpatient, but you know,
Right.
I don't want that. She's a victim too. From a very young age, she was raped by our perp. We need to get the perp. It's plain and simple. The person who murdered my mother needs to be brought to justice, and we need to have a trial on that. I can tell you his name. I can tell you what his YouTube is, where he lives in Oregon. But as far as other than that, I don't know. But yeah, there it all is in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's
Sorry to ramble about.
No, we're here for you.
It's relevant.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, we're here for you.
Well, you're here for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry all this is going on. I know
I'm pretty sure she's claiming that she is my mother either out of dementia. She was coerced from a young age to say she was. I was given to her after my mother was murdered by her mother, who let her son get away with murder. I think she is either into stages of dementia, and she actually believes that now, or she's still sticking up for the perp. So that's very serious. I don't want to have to go away from here. I got nowhere else to go, and the places that I was taken to were abusive to me.
Right. Sorry all this is going on. I know
This
it's
is
tough with family.
Really something for the civil courts to
Yeah.
figure out. We need to have a summons to court, to civil court, and a criminal court for the person who murdered my mother and set her ablaze. I witnessed the whole thing. I had a repressed memory that came back in 2024. That's why I got off my ass and tried to do something. Stop procrastinating. That I was addicted to procrastination. Up till then, sort of, but more so after that, when I gave up on trying to get help from you guys. This is me still reaching out for help. I trust, again, the Divergent Center. They were phenomenal in treating me with care. Nowhere else was. They're all abusive. Everyone abuses their authority, so I feel. And, well, I can trust again. That's what the Divergent Center gave me. I'd rather not have to go back there and go through the whole rigmarole of finding me some other place when I have a right to be here.
Yeah, no, I
my
agree.
name was forged to the lease when I was an inpatient a year and 3 months ago. However, that becomes month to month. Supposedly, I agreed to pay rent. There's that. So I have been paying every other month's rent in full, except for this month. The person upstairs, I believe, is conspiracially, however, working with the property management to give us hell. They assaulted me for moving the garbage can. They're trying to get me riled up. They're doing all kind of weird things, like by putting apartment 1 on the Amazon packages and then calling the police when I pick it up and bring it in the house to see who's it for and all that. I'm just being abused left and right, and somebody needs to get something going on this, you know.
1 second.
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, yeah. We had an Uber Eats guy come and he did the same thing. I said, hey, you messed up my door. He said, I didn't touch your door. That's a parable for everything else, if you can get that. It's like I'm the bad guy automatically when someone wants to defend themselves from doing something wrong. This all starts with my mother's murder, and it ends with the slumlord. They're a slumlord. You should see the back hallways. I tried asking, can we get the health department through here? The last place, they sent the health department for mold, and they were told to only look for mold and nothing else. We tell them about something else to ignore us. That's what Mom said, quote Mom.
Right.
And I'm like, again, you're not my mom. I'm not all about that. I tried to keep it on the down low, try to, you know.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want her to go through mental suffering either, no.
Um,
And I have nowhere else to go, or I might, you know.
Well, if you have a lot of problems with this house, I'd probably take the landlord to housing court.
Like I said, I went down to the housing kiosk at the Justice Center. I tried to file for injunctive relief, and the guy told me, you're not damaged, so we're not going to let you file while he's handing the paperwork to me. They ran me around that shithole for an hour. I call it a shithole because they were abusive to me.
Yeah.
Basically teaching me, not in the right way either, of how to file, how to submit it to the clerk of courts, and you get it notarized first. And I kind of gave up, which I shouldn't have. I should have pushed the issue, push. This was at 2 houses ago. We're working on our 3rd constructive eviction. I'm sure you know what that is.
I'm not too familiar.
Constructive eviction is when they don't do the things that they need to.
Right.
Right. You can tell by looking. Plywood. That's illegal. But that's the lease stuff. And like I said, I was promised a police detective. Where's my justice? If they get justice, where's mine?
Okay. Yeah, we'll see if we can
I know I don't hear you off.
give them an email or something.
Yeah.
We're out.
A card or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had anxiety the whole time she said she was calling the cops, and I said, it started off as we might have to call the cops. Plain and simple. She's been arrested before, back in 2003, 2004, for aggravated disorderly conduct, for kind of the same reason, telling the police that I had to go, which I actually went. And she was arrested for aggravated disorderly conduct for getting loud with her voice. We got down to some clinic, and the officer is telling the nurse or doctor or whatever that I was suicidal, that I was giving up faith on the system, that I gave up on life, when I never ever said any of those things. That's another parable. I spoke up for myself in the moment and said I never said those things, plainly. And they released me right then and there.
Good.
Because I'm tired of being lied to, lied about, lied on. It's just ridiculous. This is kind of another story. She wants me out because she held me in the basement. I proceeded forward and her arm was on the handrail. This was a little over a month ago. And I went through all this stuff to do with the Metro Health and the Divergent Center and the Ed Keating building, which is a place for Alcoholics Anonymous. 3 times a day.
I'm sorry, can I talk to my partner? I ain't even cut you off. We'll talk to my partner real quick.
Okay.
Be right back with you.
Sure, no problem. Just to mention, there's a police camera right here. I understand that would be violating my rights to privacy. However, it's exigent circumstances, so I'd rather it be there.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Mom real quick. All right.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, they're being evicted upstairs for non-payment of rent. I'm gonna spare you and not flap my trap and talk your ear off like I did with him. It's a we'll see now. And yes, I did
What are
that.
some ways that we can sit up there and have you guys not to be arguing and fighting?
No, there ain't gonna be none of that. If anything, it's gonna be from her because I'm so collected.
Yeah, because I need
That's a promise from me.
Because yes,
Yes.
you know, you already know you want to leave.
Yeah.
And you know, until.
And I didn't do anything violent. I wasn't verbally
what
abusive.
What I'm gonna say is, for tonight and the rest of the week, take your medicine. Make sure you take your medicine. And take
When the first comes around, I think it is the first.
The first.
First or
make
the
sure you
fourth
go-
or something like
make
that.
Sure you go down to the centers or whatever.
Definitely.
your services at.
Work on
Make sure-
myself.
Yes. And
Yes.
you know, don't say nothing to them, mom or
Just
brother.
reschedule my appointment and go to it.
Yeah, and leave mom and brother alone.
And that was my concept tonight. I'm gonna shut up now and see how this goes. Quit being irate because there's no point in it
Yeah, don't
anymore.
even don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't even leave
Don't
them
get
alone.
irate. That's
Yeah. Do you have any family around that you can
no,
just go
not at
visit?
all.
No.
No. And that's what my injection
I think
makes me
listen,
have high
I
blood
think,
pressure when I get
I
irate.
think that may be a plan for you in the near future just to sit up here and help the situation with everybody.
I'm trying to get my own place.
Okay.
That's
what it is.
that's
Okay.
going.
Do you receive any social security?
Yes.
Yes.
They'll pay
Okay.
my rent. Yeah, they'll pay it in full.
Who is that? If you once you get together with the censors, okay,
They'll-
make sure you
they'll
come in. They only will assign your case manager who can at least assign.
I
you
should
up,
have it be
you know.
assigned any day now.
Yeah. What about did they ever say any options for like a group home or anything like that?
I went to the diversion center. I was only there for 4 days, and they ushered me along to the Ed Keating building, where it's AA based, where it's for addicts and criminals with ankle bracelets and all that, for AA 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't fit in there because I'm not an alcoholic. I don't do drugs. And the other reasons I left is because I have 75% hearing loss now because I contracted COVID while in the inpatient, and it's very well documented. I should have a case on that. I got cases all over the place. But I left there because
I'll say tomorrow morning.
definitely too much.
I'll say tomorrow morning. So if you get
Call the
yourself-
centers.
Call the centers and say, hey, I started service. I missed my appointment. I need to reschedule.
I missed my appointment because they wouldn't hear me that I had an appointment. They wouldn't listen to me on Saturday and Sunday.
And I need to and tell them that you need reschedule your appointment and that you need case management services.
Yes, they're already
You
on
may-
that.
You may need
They're already on it. I already made an appointment.
Yeah, I was about to say you may need to if you're not being successful on the phone, it may be more successful if you just go down to the building down here in Detroit. Just right down the street.
Yeah, I know, 52
yeah.
South 09. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I have a very good memory.
And talk to receptionists and get you signed up.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know
just
exactly-
reschedule my appointment
Yeah.
and see what they say. If it's a
because
week
like I
out,
said,
then
it's
maybe
causing
just
more
go
trouble
home.
between mom and you and brother, and we don't want that. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not in fear of her doing anything. There's a slight, very slight suspicion that she might because she lives with us. You
Well,
know,
that's
you
not
know,
well,
it's gonna be
listen,
so hard. I love her.
listen, right now, that have nothing to do with nothing. What we're trying to is trying to get together is not having you guys
Make things amicable.
right over the arguing back and forth, you being irate, we're trying to not throw that back. I understand, but you don't
I gotta
have to
shut it
respond.
down.
You don't have to you don't have to
Now I'm
respond.
deaf, so that works.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
have
you don't
25% of my
gotta,
hearing loss.
if mine want to sit up here and poop and holler over there, like I said, at this point, the goal is to just try to get you your own spot.
All I want to do tonight is go take a shower and go to sleep,
Okay.
and wake up and call the center as soon as I wake up.
Yeah, I think they open at around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that should be.
See if they can get me in there today. Tell them like that instead of
Yeah,
just saying I need to come down and then a week out.
Yeah.
It might be
So
sooner if I tell
when
them
is your
that.
shot due? Did you take it for the month of February?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It ain't due for another
A couple of weeks now.
3 weeks.
Okay.
So yeah. And I should be contesting that because I was held under false pretenses. I don't have any psychotic anything. No, I have misdiagnosed. I was misdiagnosed in 2002.
So what do
I
you
think.
think you have now?
I have autism and they won't diagnose me with it. They keep saying you have schizoaffective disorder. Whereas in 2002, I think it was, a Social Security appointed doctor diagnosed me with it, schizoaffective disorder, in 4.5 minutes, whereas it takes 2 weeks of constant observation. And furthermore, he said, that doesn't mean you're delusional or you had hallucinations, which it means both. He lied to me just to get me a check. But he still lied to me. And that affects me today. Now, they had me in there in the inpatient a year and 3 months ago. I forget what even really started that, even with my perfect memory.
Also, I'm gonna say, like, if it's getting too hot and heavy with mine,
Oh, yeah.
brother,
I will go to the diversion center. If I'm attacked or something, I will call you guys. If it's just verbal assault over and over, I will go to the diversion
And I'm
center
gonna
to
say,
get
like,
out.
you leave, so do you have keys to the house?
No, I don't. I was never given keys, even though I'm on the lease. My name was forged to the lease when
I think it
I was
more
in
so-
inpatient a year and 3 months
you
ago.
needed somewhere to stay. I think that's why my.
See, what happened was,
Okay, I'm not.
okay, good,
I'm not
good.
going to-
You make sense.
Yeah, but like I said, tonight, what I want you to do is just
Chill out.
chill out, leave them alone.
I've been politically chilled. That's a crime against me too. But I get you. We're on the same page.
So all day. So what did you say for?
He got here before.
Okay.
See, I don't like that. And I don't want her to be arrested. I don't want
You're
her.
not going to arrest him.
She was before, kind of for the same thing. But it was different circumstances, different times.
I don't feel
My severely autistic brother sorry can I reach them? What mom wants. I'm gonna be looking for a place to live. Sorry. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, today, like I said, tomorrow, as soon as you can, sit up there, and like I said, tonight, go ahead and lay down, probably go to sleep.
No fear, no worries.
Don't say nothing to them, okay? Even if they sit up there and kind of sit up there and try to taunt you or something like that, don't say it to them tomorrow. Go down there and start your paperwork, whatever you got to sit up there and do to make sure that your mental health appointments is together, and
It's all-
get your case management so they can help you with the house.
It's all
okay?
kid gloves and boxing gloves to do with the court. You know, that's what it's gonna be to do with the centers helping me out with all this.
Yeah,
I trust them.
Yeah.
I haven't really.
It's gonna take some
When I
time,
did my
like I said.
assessment.
I already told mom that she don't want you here. It's a process. It's a paperwork process. Like I said, civil. It's a paperwork process to sit up there and get you released because as of right now, you are a resident.
And my main goal with the centers is for them to find me another place. It's okay. I'm not worried.
Yeah. Even if you feeling, you know what I'm saying.
It'll be done in a
whatever,
quick.
Yeah. If you feel like you need to go to the hospital, if you feel like you need to go to the hospital.
If I'm too manic or
yes,
anxiety.
Yes, give us a call. We'll come and get you.
Definitely, I already know that. I'm having a little bit of anxiety. I say a scale of on a 4 because I'm so well held together.
They didn't discharge you with any medication or anything like that. To
Just a shot.
Just a shot. Okay.
And everything's trumped up against me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it at that. Everything the police have wrote down and hospitals have wrote down. First it was, I believe my mom wasn't my mom. I was paranoid or delusional that mom's not mom. And then the doctor turned it into, I believe that mom and brother were replaced after being murdered. They keep doing things like that.
I don't know nothing about that.
They're just trying to get me the help. I see always see the other side of the
Just
coin.
relax, smoke your cigarette, and
Let bygones be bygones for now. Yeah, we're under. Let the water run under that bridge. I don't hold a grudge at all. Unless I'm being severely violated criminally. You know.
We can hear every word you're saying. That you heard.
No, we not. No, we are not. He not even talking to you. Go back in there.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
saying anything. You were perfect. Sometimes he needs that, but it ain't gonna come from me. That's part of the problem. He's my younger brother, and I can never be like that to him. See, they're frustrated too. I get that because they don't want me here. I get that. I get things all too well sometimes. I'm very lenient. Sorry, all I can do is keep going on.
No, you're fine. I mean,
With my anxiety.
I understand, like, with family issues and stuff like that, it's very stressful, but like we said, we can't force you out until there's paperwork. She's gonna have to put the paperwork downtown or management. It's a process to legally have you in, like you said, you already, like I said, I don't know.
I appreciate you guys being so rational and reasonable with the whole situation, I should say. I do appreciate. What's your name?
My name is Officer Bolar.
Bolar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll remember that. They need to just let things go, like you told me. Pretend I'm not even there. They won't even know I'm there. That's how quiet I'll be. Till I can get my own place.
So you don't have a bedroom. You sleep out here.
I sleep in the living room, and it's not very private. There's no door. There's no closet, technically. This has been my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of whatever, because we're impoverished. They never had it good. All my other cousins, they done got in accidents or hit by cars or whatever, and they blow it on cars and dope. But we never had it good. It's time for me to step up to the plate, take on the system, and get something for them. That's the way I see things. Even in all this, that's the way I see things. I want to get an empty lot through the land bank that I won't have to pay taxes on because I'm disabled, and put down 2 16 by 24s or just a regular house, or 3 16 by 24s, and then leave someday. I can't leave my family in a slum. I just refuse to accept that. Especially when things seem so conspirative, This whole situation needs to be monitored closely. I'm sure it is.
Who's your payee?
She was my payee at one time. And then it was my girlfriend. They told my girlfriend that she'd be my payee after giving me math questions and saying, most likely you'll be your own payee. This was in California. And then they sent her a letter.
Who's your payee now?
I don't have one. I'm my own
So
payee.
you're your own payee? Okay.
Yeah. I get my check on my card. I know my card number by heart. Yeah, I'm with it. And of course, the autistic brother, he's just on mom's side. He can only do what he knows is right, what he feels is right. If he were to get in my face, I wouldn't lash back out at him.
Yeah,
I can't
I'm just about to sit up there and have you guys arguing.
because of his autism. I could never be like that.
That's all that was.
I know, right.
We're not doing that.
We're getting it over with.
Arguing and shouting and stuff like that.
Working through it. Well, nobody was shouting. Just I'll say that we were argumentative.
And that's okay. You can do that.
Yeah. Well, if it comes to them telling me I don't have the rights that I do have, that's a civil suit. But I'm not trying to come down on them. I got enough to do with the system. You know, they left me in imminent harm time and again when I told them I'm a trafficked human, that I was abducted, that my mother was murdered, and this and that, and they don't want to do anything. They want to get paid to do nothing. But I don't see that in you. You know, people are people. People are different. I got to just stay collected and persevere. And the centers are going to help me do that. Signature Health abused me. They really abused me and had me locked up in an inpatient a year and 3 months ago for asking, do I have to take someone hostage to get the help I need while I'm in a hostage situation technically. So we ain't going back to Signature Health, needless to say. I trust the center, so they were very cordial with me. They were more than polite and nice to me when they did my assessment in the inpatient. And I told them how I was being held there under false pretenses. This inpatient was very recent, for 24 days, which I shouldn't have had to go through all that. They should have helped me. You know, this traffic human thing, abductee, all that going on that I told him about, and all I really wanted was help against my slumlord.
He lives here, or he just.
I don't know. I don't know. He probably lived next door.
Oh, okay.
He don't live upstairs, no. Cross street there. I hope you all can lower the tension. I hope they can lower the tension. And I'll be all right. I'm deaf. Let's just say I'm completely deaf. Let's just say, right? That's what gets me through. I can't hear what you're saying. That's the most I need to say back. I can't hear what you're saying because I'm deaf anyway, right? It's good to practice makes perfect. You know? But I'm not trying to even say that. We're on that page.
Get the fuck out. Get!
Oh, boy. See, that's tough. That's hard on me. That took my anxiety up to a 6.
Have a good one.
So, yeah, thank you. Car number 213. It's now 7:12 p.m. House. See what happens. They told the cop, get the fuck out, get. And he did.
Go on the moon. Go on down. Don't get out. Sorry. No, get out.
And here's the court order to where I'm summoned and ordered to appear, or I'll get a $200 fine if I want to register my vehicle.